Yeah.
All right.
All right, mate.
I don't know where to start. Do you see what I did there?
Oh, have you been thinking of that for how long?
Yeah, about 3 months. Yeah.
I bet you've been dying to use it.
Straight away, we're straight in there as well,
Oh, that's
mate.
terrible. You really shouldn't have bothered. That'll have, they've
Mate.
already everyone that had bothered switching it on has just switched it straight off after that.
Yeah, zero listeners.
Yeah,
Listener, sorry.
yeah,
We might as well start with today's game, right?
yeah. Yeah, bit of a miracle.
That's exactly what it was.
I mean, what's going on? I sat there thinking we scored, and I didn't know how to react anymore. I'd forgotten.
I'm sitting, yeah, exactly. I'm sitting there that's thinking the opposition haven't scored.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know what to do.
Well,
Oh,
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. So you take it away.
I, I, I just don't know where to start. We actually, I mean, Fulham were bad to be fair, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and it was nice to see him actually send them out to play properly. Where was this the rest of the season? That's what's so frustrating. Clearly, the team's got it in them. So, what are you drinking? No, actually, don't answer that. I don't think I want to know.
Protein shake. I
Are
work
you
out.
sure?
Well,
Do you?
yeah. Well,
Do you? You
you
need to
won't
do
know
a
what
bit
that
more of
means.
that. You need
You
to do
won't
a
know
bit
what that
more of that.
you, you, you think Jim is
Look,
somebody, a man, so
Jim, yeah,
let's
Jim's the
not go
guy
there.
that's yeah. Let's not go where Jim's been touching you up. We know that, but like, yeah, let's go.
So, what did you think? I mean, two excellent goals. I suppose we've got to start with Rio and Salah. Rio's he's literally, I think he's 16 years younger than Salah.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah,
I think Salah's 34 and Rio's 17.
33 and 17, isn't it?
33 and 17, yeah. So wow. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, I love the kid. He's doing wonders at 17, but we definitely need a left winger in the summer.
I look at him and I think, yeah, he's pretty. He needs to do more of the scoring and better end product because a lot of the times he just did nothing. You know what I mean? He did these flashy step overs and all that, but it wasn't really leading to anything. I'd like to see him a bit more end product, which is what he did with a goal. You know what I mean? That's what we need more of.
I think
You
what he
just look at
needs,
him compared to someone like Fowler and Owen is all I'm thinking when they appeared at 17, 16, 17, whatever it was when they first came,
yeah,
and
but
they were on a different level.
they were, but not everybody can be boy
Mm.
wonders. You
Oh
know what I
no, I
mean?
know.
I think what he needs time, he needs experience, he needs a good coach, he needs a good mentor,
Yeah,
and he
desperately
needs,
needs a good coach.
yeah. So I think his time will come. Obviously, his time will come, and I think he'll be a steady player for Liverpool
Do you not
in years
worry
to come.
about the fact that he started talking about Ballon d'Ors?
Nah, not at all. Zero.
Because
I have no
somebody at the
problem with
last
that.
person, no, I mean the last person that mentioned that, then fucked off to Real Madrid a few months later. I
I
just sat there and went, oh, for fuck's sake. Because you're not
he
going to
called
win
he
one anywhere else, are you? Unless you play for
listen.
Real Madrid or Barcelona, you're not going to win one.
Aim for the sky, and if you hit the ceiling, so what? Because the kid's already said Liverpool the best football club in the world. That's good enough for me. He's a humble kid by all accounts. I don't have no problem whatsoever with that. I mean, it's good to have goals. Like you want to lose weight, well, that's going to happen or not, I don't know, but it's good to have goals, right?
I did lose a load of weight, then I smashed my ankle in. I freaking I'm in the middle of a war zone and I fall over a freaking curb and smash my ankle. For fuck's sake.
Any excuse to eat, Tristan.
Oh
Any
no,
excuse to overeat.
no! I just been sat with my fucking leg in the air. I'm not being I'm barely eating because I gotta get up and get it myself because there's nobody here to cook or anything.
If there's weight to be found, you'll find it. So
Oh,
I thought Salah was really sharp today. He looked good.
yeah, he did
Yeah,
look good, didn't he?
absolutely, yeah. Let's hope he can keep it on for the rest of the keep it going for the rest of the season.
But isn't it just exactly what we've all been saying? No, this is the way he needs to play to look good. You know, you play him any other way, you play any other tactics, and he doesn't look right.
Yeah.
So have his legs gone? Has he, you know, his sharpness gone, or was he just being played wrong? You know what I mean? So he wasn't sharp because he wasn't so. Because
We'll
when you're
never know
not,
the answer.
because when you're not playing instinctively and you're having
Yeah,
to
yeah.
think about what you're doing, that's when you make the mistake. Your sharpness goes because your touch is off because you're thinking about it rather than just doing it. And I think that's a lot of his problem this season, personally.
Well, it's no. You're right. I agree with that wholeheartedly because he's not playing the game he's used to for the last 9 years,
Mm.
and he's having to think. He's had to play a new game, new tactics, and that's scuppered him clearly. Because, and we'll never know the answer because we'll get on to Slot in a minute, so we've got plenty of time to slaughter him. But I just think, listen, he's made the right decision. And maybe now, I mean, maybe we have a little go, Lord in Robbo and Salah, but maybe they need a different podcast, something, to really celebrate them because I don't think we have enough time to do it today. But these two guys a bit, and I thought Robbo played well today as well.
He did actually, yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
nice to see him have a good game.
yeah, and he was in different positions. He was playing total football. He was up front for some.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't. I mean, but that was you Rob over yesteryear.
Yeah, but to be fair, the last game against PSG, some of the players were playing total football there, just total useless football. That fucking Canate, I don't even know what position he played in that match. Him and Van
No,
Dijk
but
were just anywhere. So, yeah.
and also Ekitike had the worst game I've seen from him. I think he gave the ball away 17 times or something like that. I mean, it was atrocious. I mean, it was just a bad day at the office. It really
It felt
was. I mean,
like it was, for long periods, it felt like it was Gomez against PSG. And, like,
yeah, yeah,
he wasn't great, but he was the only one actually defending
he
for
was
long
standout.
periods. Yeah.
Well, today I mean,
Yeah, it was
I thought
chalk and cheese.
yeah. And I thought Frimpong had a good game today.
Mm.
He just hasn't got no end product. That's the issue. I mean, again, in Germany, he had a brilliant end product. He comes here, he never got injured in Germany. He had great end products. Comes here, he loses. He forgets his end product, and he's always injured.
He played some good balls in today. It was just the problem was the play. You know, a lot of the time the players weren't
The other
reacting to
idiots
it
weren't
quick
on the
enough.
wavelength.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that takes a lot of practice to build up, and that takes time. And they should be learning it in coaching, in training. I mean, obviously, but like clearly they
But
don't do much in training. Probably still could be worse. They could spend their time training under TikTok reels and stuff, and balancing the ball on between their heads and stuff, and keeping the distance of a pen and that before losing to Bournemouth when it
yeah.
matters. Yeah. So,
But when you're playing, like I hear you, but when you're playing free flowing football, when you're not
mm.
thinking about stuff, these are the things that come naturally. He's playing those balls in behind. People are running.
Yeah, but you got to remember a lot of that does come from the coaching side, from the constant repetition of playing it in
Yeah,
training, doing it in training over and over, so you know exactly where someone is. It's hard work that goes into making it look easy, if you see what I mean, in football. In any sport, in fact, any sport, you don't do it. It doesn't just happen. You work hard to be that good. I mean,
yeah.
it doesn't matter who it is. They've worked hard to get to the position where they are.
Right. So let's just listen. We had a great win today. It was pretty stress free and drama free. Although
Mm.
if that ex Arsenal player had scored that chance, it wouldn't have been.
Emil Smith Rowe. Does he have eyesight problems, that lad, Smith Rowe?
And,
Seriously, does he have eyesight problems in his two veins
should
or
have gone to
he needs
specs.
glasses?
I
Because
don't
it's
know.
so many times you look at him and you think he's playing like he can't see. Honestly, he seems to play everything like he's half blind. Maybe he just doesn't look around enough and he's not aware of anything because he never seems to spot anything. You know what I mean? He never seems to. He always seems to be reacting after the ball's played to him, and he suddenly, and it's like 20 seconds later, like, oh, it's me, it's going to me. Like he can't see it until it comes close, or something.
I
Oh,
thought he was pretty nifty at Arsenal, to be honest with you.
yeah. So I'm wondering if his eyesight's gone.
One one more thing. I thought Isaac was quite kind of sharp. He had so many
Track
times the
back
ball could
well
have
as
been,
well.
yeah, and he could have had the ball played in. People didn't play the ball. They didn't play the ball into him when he
Mm,
wanted it. He could have had a goal or two. He was that there's shoots of optimism there because I thought he was going to take a long, long time to get back to match fitness. I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, he does look. He does look like he's come back with a point to prove as well, which is what we
Absolutely,
need,
and absolutely, and
especially as
it,
Ekitike's gone off the boil.
yeah, and he's going to a World Cup, so he needs to prove his fitness as well. So,
I
um,
I don't think he's got many worries about being dropped, though. To be honest, I mean, who else
yeah,
is Sweden gonna play?
Guy Kores, yeah, they've got Guy
Yeah,
Kores. Yeah,
that's it. Like they've got but they're not gonna leave with Isaac behind, are they? Graham Potter's
no,
not that
exactly.
type. Oh.
I mean, hey, talking about Arsenal and Guy Kores, they spanner in the works for them today.
Yeah, sort of all that train. That's what I was talking about. He was training. He had them holding a pen to keep this to judge the distances. They were holding a pen while they were running around together, and then they had this one training session where they had the ball in between a group of them with all their heads in like that, and the ball's there, and there's like all of them round it with their heads into it. I think they must have been he must have been taking some pointers off Leroy Rossignol, about respecting the ball and all that. Like
Who was
it's
doing
just
that?
crazy. Arteta. That's what they've been doing all week in their
What
training.
for?
I've no fucking idea. He had TikTok edits stuff playing while on the big screen while they were training and all sorts. And then they go and get dicked by Bournemouth, and they got battered as well. To be fair,
They were playing a right high press as well, weren't they? They were
mm.
lovely.
Oh, Bournemouth look really good, but I like Iriola, as you know. I like him a lot. So I'm gonna like what he's done.
Whenever I just when somebody says that name, I just think of one thing. I mean, it's just I can't stop laughing when somebody says Areola.
Why? Oh yeah, yeah. You're
Yeah,
thinking
not
of
that
it.
you know
You're
about
you're
stuff
thinking
like
of it.
that.
Yeah, but you're thinking of the West Ham keeper. That's why.
No, I'm thinking of a body part.
Yes, that's his name, isn't it?
Oh right,
The
okay.
Filipino goalkeeper who
Oh yeah,
plays for
yeah,
West
yeah,
Ham. His
yeah.
his his surname's Ariola. So, because that's why the joke
But
is he's a bit of a tit. Always,
yeah,
every
exactly.
time,
Yeah, yeah.
always. I've
All right.
refused to do that one anymore. I stopped doing because I
Yeah,
used to say it
yeah.
every time he got mentioned.
It's low hanging fruit, mate.
Yeah,
Low
it's
hanging fruit.
but it's
All
about as
right.
good as I got. So,
Okay, so we had a stay of execution today. We looked
mm,
half decent. Okay, pre if we were doing this pod pre the Fulham game today,
mm.
what would your thoughts be?
Oh, we'd have been furious because of that performance against PSG, which was it the worst of the season? It was hopeless. I mean, it was abysmal. I mean, that was shocking. I mean, there was nothing about it you could say good. Like I said, at times it was just PSG versus Joe Gomez, and how they didn't rack up 8 or 9 goals, I'll never know.
Dembele missed
Yeah.
sitters, golden
Mm.
golden chances. I mean, they should be firmly in the quarterfinals now.
I've got to say, I'm still not convinced by Mamadashvili
No,
at all. I still think he looks dodgy, and I think he was at fault for at least one of the goals.
I think
So
he's a great shot stopper. He's a
I'm
very
not
good
even
shot
convinced
stopper.
by that. He doesn't
No,
set himself. Doesn't set himself, and that's why he gets the one shot where it went and he didn't get back to it because he wasn't set. He doesn't get himself set ever. He's not.
well, he did save us a few
He's too
times
slow
on.
on his feet. That's the
He
problem.
did save us a few times on
Yeah, but
Wednesday.
think about how many of them shots would any Premier League class goalkeeper not save? I'd even expect
Right,
Pickford to save them. That's
right,
how you know what I mean. They weren't world class saves by any chance. I'd love him to turn up, to prove me wrong and be brilliant, but I think he's
right.
we've got to. I really think he's got to be changed. We need an upgrade there desperately. If we're
So,
gonna, if Allison's going, which he can't have long left because his injuries are too bad.
what do you think he's going to stay? Do you think he'll stay? Give us another season, or think he's gone?
I just think it doesn't really matter. I think you've got to look to replace him this summer because he's too many injuries. I mean, you can't have half a season out of a keeper, can
No,
you?
no, you can't. You need somebody. I mean, what's the answer? You buy a number one, or does Ali stay next season? Do you buy somebody to compete with him? Do you keep him another season, or do you sell him?
Jaros was looking like he might be the answer, but
Oh, I don't understand. He had
before he got
one.
injured,
No, but he had one game, didn't he?
no, he's playing for Ajax on loan.
No, but oh, I don't know what he's playing like at Ajax, but he
He
had one.
was. He got injured. He got a bad injury.
Was he
He was
playing well?
looking. Yeah, he was looking good. Just starting to look good. Looking like he might be the right. He looking the right type as well. That was the thing. He looked the right kind of keeper. Exactly what we need. Whether he
Right.
will grow into being good enough or not, it's hard to tell. But like he did look like he had something.
What's your assessment on the keeper situation going forward? If this conversation was happening in the summer, what would you say will be happening?
See, I'd keep Allison for his last year of his contract because that's all he's got
Right,
left, isn't it? I'd keep
right.
him, but and if Yaros is fit, I'd see if he can mentor him through, build him up, help him through, and
So
see
you
if
still
he's
have
got the
Ali as
answer.
number one.
Yeah, and like, see one
Yeah,
season because then he's going to get plenty of games covering while Ali's injured anyway, isn't he?
yeah.
Just to have a look at him, and if he's not the answer, then he's got to be replaced the following summer.
So you'd get rid of Mama,
Oh yeah, sell him.
just sell him, yeah.
Yeah, sell him. I just
Right.
don't think he's not the right type. He just doesn't. You can't play a high line with him behind.
And he can't kick and he can't
Yeah.
distribute either.
No, he's uncomfortable. He's not. He
Yeah,
doesn't run out. He doesn't come out quickly enough to sweep
yeah,
up. So you can't. You can't push up because he's not going to cover him behind. There's just a huge gap there that you're going to have to run back and cover with. There's. I'm just not convinced. His legs just don't move quickly enough, and that's part of his biggest problem for me.
it's not natural to him. He's not an
No.
Allison or an Edison or anything. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not natural.
he's just a big lump.
He's cumbersome.
Yeah, he's a big lump who's fine for a team like, say, West Ham, for instance,
Yeah,
under Nuno, I mean, a Nuno team, Nuno Espirito Santo team, where they sit back and they defend and they're happy to take, and they're getting bodies on the line, and all he's got to do is stay on his line and cover that, and stop everything. He'd be fine
yeah,
for that. But if you've got
yeah.
him to, if he's got to sweep up behind, he's just too slow off the mark and all that. He doesn't have the mental side of it and his feet aren't fast enough to come out. He's too slow.
Right,
You watch
right.
his feet movement; it's very slow. He worries me. If he wasn't so big, he wouldn't get to anything. You know what I mean? Because he can cover the ground
Yeah,
by using speed, but you need fast feet as well to get yourself
yeah.
set and in position, cover and that. You know what I mean? It's. I'm trying to think if I'm not sure if I'm explaining it properly. I just don't think he's right at
No, I
all.
get it. Yeah, yeah.
From the
Now,
moment I
okay,
saw him, first time I saw him, I just thought, no, I don't see it. I thought,
he's not lithe or anything like that,
no.
is he? Not, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, moving on from that. Let's just finish with the PSG talk. 10% chance we go through.
Mm. Depends. If we play like we did today, there's every chance of going through.
You think it was that good today?
No, I just think that's the way that suits Liverpool, and the crowd will
Right.
be
Yeah.
up, and the players will be up for it, and we can play that way. They can play that in their sleep. It's the way that
Yeah.
suits them. If you put your first team out, your best players out there in their best
Yeah.
positions, proper striker up front, rather
Yeah.
than Gakpo out of position and I mean, it's like I think you can. PSG are very beatable. They're
Yeah.
not they have some great players. They're not a great team overall. If you see what I mean, there's too many weak because they play against too many poor teams to really build up the level. So they can sometimes raise their game for the big games, but sometimes they're so used to playing against poor level teams that it's difficult for them to do it every time.
So I agree to an extent. I think they're a gettable side.
Mm.
but I think they're a great football team, and I
Oh,
think they will. I
I think
think
they've
they're
got a great manager,
favourites. Yeah, I think they're favourites for the competition.
and they
But I
look.
see a chink in the armour. The irony is they have a chink in the
Oh
armour.
yeah, and they lack a top class striker. I know Dembele won the Ballon d'Or last season, but let's face it, that's just a popularity contest. It's not because he was great. He wasn't the best player in the world last season, or even close to it.
Well, that was
He,
Salah, wasn't it, with the amount of
I would have had
assists and
Salah
goals?
above him, and I would have had a few other players above him. A couple of
Yeah.
Barcelona players were better than him as well, and I don't understand. Dembele won it because they won the Champions League rather than because he was the best player. I don't even think he was the best player on PSG, to be honest. I would have had one at the fullbacks were better, I
Vitinha,
thought.
the
Yeah,
Vitinha,
and yeah,
Mendes,
the midfielders, yeah,
Vitinha.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Talking about you mentioned Barcelona. They had a bit of a dent. 2-0 at home to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, but they look really bad. They see defensively, they're a shockingly bad team defensively. So yeah, they're another team can be got at because they just can't defend.
It's
They're all
hard
over
to.
the place defensively. It's just you've got to get the ball off them first, isn't it? That's the issue.
Yeah, if you bypass the midfield, you've got a chance.
And Yamal can be a bit of a diva. Have you
Yeah,
noticed
oh yeah.
he's starting to lose, he's turning into a right little diva, him. Throwing his arms up rather than chasing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can see he's
But
losing the discipline.
to be honest, I wouldn't be amazed if he turned into a match winner on Tuesday or Wednesday, wherever they
Yeah,
play, and scores a hat trick and Barcelona win 5-0. So
yeah, he can do. That's the thing. He's got the
yeah.
quality.
So going back to the okay, so we're going to lose Salah. Robbo announced this week he's
Mm.
going. We're going to lose a few others, of course.
Worst is, it looks like we're keeping Canate. I mean, of all the players to keep, you
I don't
keep.
know. I don't know how
Oh,
bad. I don't know. That's to me that could be a net positive.
in what
Jeremy
way?
Jacquet's coming in. Jacquet's coming in.
Do you want him
His
learning off
friend.
Kamar? Oh.
But listen, I mean, I know what your feelings about your
That's
Canate.
Canate.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
know.
That's his defending.
I know you. I know how much you love him. But to be fair, our midfield has given us no help this season whatsoever. I mean,
I
him and
agree with that, yeah.
Virgil have done. Mark, I don't know. I mean, they've done
But
so much extra work than they should be doing.
and they've not played it. They've not been good about it either. What if you watch Canate, he just constantly allows himself to chase around. He has no positional sense, no defensive responsibility, no idea about. If your midfield's not protecting you, you don't run into midfield to make up for it. You sit, you know what I
Ben,
mean. You sit in your position, you hold your you hold your position, and you worry about people running in behind you, not people running that way, away from your goal. You worry about the ones running in behind you towards your goal. He doesn't. He goes constantly forward. He doesn't have a clue. He's an imbecile,
maybe that's the
absolute
coaching.
moron. That's what he is. I don't get. He's been doing that all along. I said last summer I would have replaced him, and this summer, if we keep him, it's an absolute disaster for me.
I'm ambivalent towards that Canate situation. If he stays, I'm okay with it. If he goes, I'm okay with it. But I'd like to see him with Leone, Jacquet, and one other, and let's see one more season. I'm prepared to give him one more season.
I'd give Virgil one more season, even though he's been absolutely abysmal this season as well. I'd be prepared. That I can see. Give him one more season. Yeah, he's been terrible, but he's been good
I,
up till then. So I can,
yeah,
But
he started
Canate's
off well.
never been great. He's always been a weak link.
There's a calamity sphere to his playing exactly. But when you okay, so Virgil, Jacquet, Leone, and Canate next season. That doesn't seem too bad to
What
me.
about that other kid we bought? What was
The
that?
cat, the Senegalese guy.
Didn't we buy 2 more youngsters? We bought
I
4,
think we
didn't we?
bought four. We bought a few Senegalese guys. I'm not sure there were, but I think it's
I
too
thought we
young,
bought
isn't it?
4 centre backs. I'm sure we did. Yeah, but I mean, when
Way
you,
too young.
but I'm saying you've got Virgil there, you got Leone, we know, and Jacque. Okay, they both injured, so like that's the issue, isn't it? Really, for me,
Yeah, because
to be honest,
we
I'd
don't
rather
buy
have.
fit players.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a kid that's. I'd rather have a kid than have Canate there. At least your kids, you can coach him better.
Yeah, but then
Canate's
you've got
just
the
not
fit.
going to work.
But if you got the kid there, that's five. I think he's Senegalese guy, right? The big fella. That's
I can't
five
remember
of
who
them.
it was. I can't remember now. I've forgotten. It was January. We bought 4, didn't we?
Yeah,
We bought
yeah,
3, sorry,
yeah,
and we bought
yeah.
Leone in the summer, I think.
Right. So, all right. Pertinent question: does Slot stay or does he go?
You know what? If he just stick with playing this way, realise that what he's doing wasn't working, and go back to this. But for well he'll revert to the same shite we've been playing all season. The minute he
No, but
gets the chance,
that wasn't the question. In your
so he
opinion,
has to go.
no, but
Oh,
irrespective,
do you mean will he go or not at the
yeah,
end of the
will he
season?
stay or will he go?
Oh,
Irrespective of even if he comes third and we win the Champions. I mean, if we win the Champions League, I'm assuming he
yeah,
stays.
he stays if we win the Champions League, but I think he goes otherwise.
Even if we get to the final, finish fourth. I'm
I
making.
think
I'm
that
confused.
might be enough to keep him in his job if
I'm
he gets to the
confused.
final. I think
My,
getting
my,
past PSG would probably be enough, to be honest, to save him.
okay, so that was that. Let me
Because
rephrase the
it's
question. Let
such
me
a
rephrase.
big game.
Let me rephrase the question. Has the decision been made whether to fire him or
As
not?
far as
That's
I'm aware, no, he's not been made. I know other people got different info, and they might be right, and I could be wrong. But as far as I'm aware, Hughes is still backing him, and so is Edwards is still backing Hughes. But now, the FSG might step in and say, "Yeah, we know you're backing him, but we're going to get rid of you all." That's the only thing I'm hoping for,
great
personally.
segue. That's a great segue because that's my next question. Do you think that Hughes, Edwards, Slot will all be gone this summer, or do they stay to the end of their contracts? I think they've all got a year left, correct?
Yeah, but I think they've got offers on the table from elsewhere, Hughes and Edwards. So I'm hoping they'll go. I'm not sure. Do you know what? The more I watch Slot, the more I'm not sure convinced he actually wants to be in at Liverpool. The more I see it, so I'm not sure. But Hughes and Edwards, I think Hughes realizes he's on a bit of a, his reputation is going to take a hit if he doesn't move quickly, and he's
Right,
not going to get
right.
another chance of big money. So I think he'll probably go to Saudi Arabia, take that money while he's got the
Why is this?
chance.
Why is reputation going to take a hit? He's only been here a season. Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Two,
Why?
it's the
Because
second season.
second season, right? So sorry, but he's had a net positive with transfers. That most of them have turned out okay,
Yeah, but
apart
he
from
spent a huge amount of money, and
yeah,
and he's made the team worse.
right,
That's how it looks on the outs. You know what I mean? If you're looking at it from just like an outsider's view, I'm talking about, like, if you like Saudi
objectively,
Arabia
yeah,
and that, you're
yeah.
looking at it, you go, and he spent 400 odd million. Doesn't matter how much he took back, he spent 400 odd million,
And we finished fifth or
and
fourth or
the
fifth, yeah,
team's gone backwards massively,
yeah,
and they don't look to have any strength in depth, even though they had decent strength in depth before. He's not really, he's gone out and just spent money on big names rather than being clever with the money. You know what I mean? He's not
right.
spread it about a bit. Bought maybe 1 or 2 big names and then spent the rest on, so cheaper to build up the squad, like, to fill out the squad. He sent out players on loan that probably would have been better being kept, like Elliot. I mean, that loan he's got for him, what good's that done? Who's
Yeah, but
who's that? Who's benefited from that? Nobody. Not West. Not West Ham. Not Villa. not Liverpool, not Harvey Elliott. No one has benefited
Yeah,
from
but
that
we had a
deal at
guarantee.
all.
Yeah, but we had a 35 million pounds transfer. He played 10 games, 15 games or something. So nobody would have known that wouldn't have worked out. So I don't blame
Well,
him for that.
well, you could tell. He should. This is the point. No, it's his job to know.
Right.
So, it's all very well as looking at yes, we're picking at him in hindsight, but it is his job to know that.
So
Oh.
another question for you. Same question. Will Richard Hughes be at Liverpool next season?
No, I think he's gone in the summer. I think he'll jump ship. He'll take the
Right.
offer. He's got a big offer on the table. Why would you not take it if you're him? And you're
Right.
in
And
trouble, you know what I mean? And it's not looking like your
well, we've got to.
reputation going to improve. And you've only
Well,
got
we've
one
got to,
more year.
right. Take the money and come back in a year's time or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a couple of years, 3, 4 years, it doesn't matter. He can take the
Yeah.
full contract out there, go and live like a king, and then at the end of it, come back and he'll hope that he'll be judged better on what's happened afterwards. You know what I mean? Things will have improved and made him look like he's a genius again, even though I'm not
I
convinced
hear
he
you.
is.
And I'm assuming there's a ready-made replacement in Julian Ward.
Yeah, well, he's a technical director, so I'm not sure his job's the other side. The other side of it. I'm not sure he's the right choice. I'd bring back Ian Graham for that.
No, he's opened up his own company, isn't he? So
Well,
he was
so had
well away.
Edwards. That's what
Yeah.
Edwards was doing
I,
before
I
they
mean,
brought him back.
will Edward stay? I think wouldn't he be? I think the carrot that
Oh,
they dangled was
yeah,
the
well,
multi-club ownership.
yeah, and
Ownership.
that's
So that's
gone.
not.
So I think they're going to have to get rid of him, surely. And
Yeah.
what can they do otherwise? Demote him? Because
Right.
that's basically what's happened. He's been demoted because he's got no other clubs to look after. He's got nothing to do. So basically, he's
Yeah.
just superfluous. So they're going to have to do something with him. I'm hoping they'll bin him off because he was terrible last time around. His meddling nearly cost us a lot in the Klopp. You know what I mean?
There's massive changes going to happen in the summer. It seems like there's going to be an
Mm.
overhaul for sure because they can't keep going like this. This is well, clearly it's not a successful approach. I mean, let's talk about FSG. I mean, the ticket. I'm gonna get your opinion on the ticket prices hike.
At this time with all that's going on, it was a stupid thing to announce a ticket price hike now.
Yeah,
Why would you do that? Everybody's already being paying through the nose for everything. It's too much. They're pricing out they're pricing out most people. So I can understand why there's a protest, and I fully understand. And I know obviously I'm not able to get to the games anymore, and even when I could, I get tickets. So I've never had to pay for one, so I'm not one
yeah,
to it's not affect me one way or the other. But I can fully understand why, because it is. If I had to pay for it, it's fucking expensive. I've told you what it's like going here. I mean, I've travelled to a game in Qatar for following the team just down the road here for less than it cost to go to one Liverpool game. That's
yeah,
flights, hotel, everything on the club. You know what I mean? Through the club. Yeah. So, and
yeah,
then just for a ticket to a game at Liverpool.
yeah, yeah. I think you'll find that in a year or two, FSG will be looked to sell up. I think maybe that's a way forward for them
I
because
think they would have done if they could have got an NBA franchise, but the cost is just so prohibitive.
well, aren't they
I
going
think
to
they
get the aren't they going to get the Vegas franchise when that comes up?
well, that was the plan, isn't it? Didn't they find that it was like too rich for them?
No, I think that hasn't come up.
Oh, have you
It hasn't
stepped in? Have you?
materialized.
You and the missus stepped in to offer
Yeah.
them the back end, the
Hey,
financial
listen,
backing to make it work?
how much money time we got left?
5 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Um, listen, a good time to talk about FSG. Whether they've been good or bad custodians, I think they've been somewhere in the middle.
I'd have to put them when you look at they've redeveloped Anfield and all that, and in the past they've always listened when there's been protests against the ticket prices and backed off. So far, I would say you'd have to put them on the upper end of okay. You know what I mean? More towards the good than the bad, I would say.
Yeah, I
You know
agree
what I
to
mean?
that. Yeah.
Not a 10, definitely not a 10, and definitely not a 1. Somewhere maybe 6.5 to 7 at most.
Yeah.
Because they brought us Klopp, but they also brought us Brendan Rodgers and
On the slot.
yeah. I mean, well, Slot he did win one title, and that's almost right. But it's like afterwards, yeah,
I've got a
it's
theory.
mixed, isn't it?
I've got a theory. I'm convinced Arne Slot has a twin brother, right? Arne Slot won us the Premiership last season, and I
And his
think
twin,
his twin
yeah,
brother's taken over this season.
yeah, he's still out in Ibiza partying.
Exactly. Fair play to him. He just won a Premiership.
But
Why
this
wouldn't he
this is
go?
what annoys me though. Does it not annoy you? This is the guy, right? He's constantly fucking off back to Holland right now. Sorry, apologies for the swearing. I forgot myself. I've been trying not to swear.
No one's
Right,
listening,
anyway,
mate. No one's listening.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, anyway, so he's jetting off back to Holland every chance he gets, giving the players time off as well from training, even though they've been terrible, desperately needed more training, not less. Right? He's been doing that most of the season. If he was so bothered about being with his family, why isn't the first thing he did when we won the title last season and he took a holiday? Why didn't he go back and see his family instead of going on a lads' holiday to Ibiza? If he's that much of a family man and he can't bear to be apart from his family.
His wife was with him in Ibiza.
Yeah, but it wasn't he wasn't with the family though, was he? He can go back and see the kids and that, which is supposed to be the problem, is the kids are what he's missing. He can't move them over because his kids are going to college there. Why couldn't they go and stay with grandparents or something? That's what people used to do.
I am not getting into the personal
So
life of
it
Arne
just
Slot.
really bothers me that he keeps jetting off when we're in the middle of a season that's been absolute disaster. And we desperately need extra training for the players. And instead, he's fucked off back to Holland. And I know, you know what? I know people at the airport that see, they send me photographs every
Oh, you've got
time.
your spies
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
always. Yeah, Manchester Airport he goes to. Well,
What, isn't there a flight from
because my auntie
Liverpool?
and uncle got friends there because they have to keep an eye on their their people and the business, like, you know what I mean. They got to keep an eye on this, so they know who goes. And it's like it's almost every week. Not every week, obviously, but like every time there's a break, we're not playing midweek. He's off there, and you're thinking these players have been shit. Get them in for extra training. Why are you buggering off and giving them 2 days off?
But it's not making a difference now. That extra training ain't going to make a
Well, it
difference now.
might have
This
done.
it might have done it 3 months ago, but it's
Yeah.
not going to do now.
Yeah, now
You
it's
know?
too late, which is why he has to go. Or his
Okay.
brother
So
does. So what do you think his
both
brother's
of
name
them.
is? Dave.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Do we make top five?
Oof.
Because we're fifth now. Chelsea sixth. They win tomorrow. Oh, they got
They've
City
got a
tomorrow.
City though, haven't they? So, and City
Yeah.
under Pep, they don't lose in April, do they? Very often. In fact,
Uh,
have they ever lost in April under Pep?
it's a
I think
great
I
question.
saw some. I think I saw a stat earlier that under Arteta, Arsenal have only won once in April, which was this game against Sporting this week, and had never won another game in April under Arteta. And
If
Pep Guardiola's City have never lost a game. I'm sure that was the stat I read earlier.
mate, mate, if Arsenal lose the Premiership, the internet is going to go into overdrive. I can't even imagine the memes.
But the Arsenal fans have brought it on themselves. The Arsenal fan TV and that have been just, they drive you mad. Oh, some of the stuff they say is embarrassing.
I mean,
Less than a minute left.
okay. I think we'll just end it there then, right, mate?
All right, then, mate. So nice to see you again anyway.
Nice,
Thank you, everyone
nice to
that's
see you,
listening.
nice. No
Yeah.
worries. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
So, see you
Say
next
hello to
time.
your missus and
I
see you
will
next
do,
time.
mate.
Yeah, see you next time. Lay, mate. We're on lay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the other one. Yeah. Hello, we kept talking about Arsenal, but this was the Liverpool pod.
All right, mate.
All right, mate.
Cheers.
Take
Bye.
care.